thank you for making this comment, because this is actually going to illustrate why what I do and my training and what priestesses do is very, very important. And also, we'll bring a little education to the language here. This, no shade to Harmony Kai. We know each other in person. We are locals to each other. And so I know her intention was not what I'm about to. I hope her intention wasn't what I'm about, not what I'm about to unpack here. But as a priestess who's been training in this for almost 3 years now, and someone who's worked in the sociological stuff for a long time, this comment, man. That first part is the first sentence here. We're going to look at that first, because that other one is something else. But the first sentence, that is the very human and natural response to people who are expressing, just like great, shadowy, heavy emotions. That, this is one of those, I'm uncomfortable with what you're saying right now, so I'm going to try and fix it and remind you that you have so much to be thankful for, and you just got to remember and have gratitude. That's that. And that is why I do what I do, because that is the default response. That's what people do. When you care about somebody, you want to fix their pain. Like you don't like seeing them in discomfort, or, I gotta fix it. Or the other side of that is you're one of those people who have a friend that is very conditional. Like you only like them when they're happy and don't complain and are, they have all their ways that you can fall apart with them. You see what I'm saying? Where it's like, once they're shook, then you're like, no, I have to protect my peace. That's not mine. That's that comment up there. And it's very, even if the intention is pure, we know that intent does not negate impact. Because here's the thing, as I said, default human response in most relationships, when somebody is having heartbreak and maybe reliving some trauma and things like this, you're going to want to fix it. And it's like, well, we love you. We're still here for you. We love you. How do we fix it? What do we do? Oh my gosh. But do you remember how many people love you? And for me, this is very interesting that it's put on the video of me priestessing for where the whole story of 15-year-old me is about being unseen, deliberately misunderstood, and chronically misunderstood. And that's just what happened. And that's that second sentence right there. That second sentence. That is the trigger point. And knowing you, that is, we know what we're doing here, right? That is a victim shaming statement, that second one, where I am obviously not letting people in to love me. And that is why I am suffering right now. I'm not suffering. I'm healing. There's a part of me that was returned to me last weekend, and I am integrating it, and I'm showing people what it looks like to be held in an uncomfortable space, to know what it looks like to normalize rage and shame and grief, and how you function on an everyday basis while integrating and letting it wash through you, and allowing 15-year-old me to be seen and heard and validated without trying to fix anything, because that's all she needed. She just wanted someone to witness her, just as right now, all I wanted was a witnessing. And then we have that, which actually is decentering me and centering you. As I said, this is not to shame or anything like that. It's to show, like, your language matters, and this is a thing that happens so often in so many relationships. And even if these people receive it, like even if you're in it and you're like, oh, I know their intention's good, I'm not going to say anything, it's fine. And you're like, yeah, they're right. Deep in your subconscious, that first part, if it's back there and you still feel lonely, You're like, well, they say I love them, they love me, and even though I feel alone, it's a me problem. I'm going to go to therapy. I'm going to go to get medication. I'm going to fix it somehow, so I'm not a burden on anybody else, because that's what happens is you become the burden. You internalize it as burden, because obviously you're hurting feelings by expressing your vulnerability, and it's this whole thing. But that last sentence, if I internalize that, what is letting somebody love me mean? Because I can tell you that I have let people see me all the way down. Like, that's what I do. That was the whole point. I let them, and I love deeper than most people can even imagine. So by saying is it letting them walk all over me? Is it letting the boundaries that I have fall? You see what the problem of that last sentence? It's a bit of a problem. And that is why I do what I do. Because people need to know this. This is a learned skill. This is why training is important. This is why if you're looking for someone to minister to you spiritually as a priestess, a mentor, someone ceremonialist, ritualist, anything like this, it's really important that you check that they are trained. They don't need certificates and degrees and shit. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, do they have a lineage they're training under? Do they have a framework? Have they done work around traumatic responses? Have they done training in holding a ceremonial space? Are they going to lead the witness? Are they going to therapize you? Because we're not therapists. We're not. We're embodiments of divine love. So for me, priestessing for myself and my 15-year-old self, who just wants to be allowed to express the loneliness and the rage and the grief of being disappointed yet again by another close relationship in her life at age 43, it's just being held and allowed. I'm not rushing through it. There's gifts in all of it, and it comes up, it bubbles up, it goes away. I was able to go and play in the mud yesterday with my boys, so I was able to get out of my head and into my body, and it feels good. And because every time those waves of loneliness come up, I feel another gift in it. There's another understanding. It's a deeper level of initiation where I'm like, oh, I see why. And I know that because that whole video, it's not about logic. There's no logic. Logically, I know there's people who love me. I know that. I'm well aware. But the emotions and the feelings and the somatic knowing of never being seen, being deliberately misunderstood was another one. That is my truth in the moment. And as it's my truth, because even though we say there's no truth in the feeling, that's just for decision making and actions and accountability, because we don't react from our emotions, right? But we're allowed to hold the emotions and allow them to be, because there is a sacred medicine in it. And doing this is trying to force the medicine to go back down before it gets digested, implemented, and through the body systems and where it needs to be. So, we know better, we do better. Our language matters, and intention is not everything, because it does not negate impact. And yes, logically I know this. My body says I'm very much alone. And that is my truth right now, especially for what we've been through in the last few months. So that is, thank you for making this comment public so I can, volunteering. You're volunteering as tribute, and I appreciate you interacting. As I said, no shade to her. I know her intention was not bad, right? But we know better, we do better. So, as always, take care of yourselves and each other. Love you, bye.